Alright, the thing's on, so I guess that means... Yeah, it means I'm on. I'm recording. So, progress report. I've got plenty of videos to go after, and for some reason I thought that a good way to simplify the process would be to do it like this. Grab the recorded videos that I did, and put them in its own separate audio file. I don't know why I thought that was a genius idea. I'm pretty sure it makes it harder, but I guess something to keep my hands busy and my mind focused on making this video. The reason why I say videos instead of just one video recording is because for some either whether or not it's because of low disk storage or something else, my phone always does a thing where it just suddenly stops recording after a while. Yeah, I think maybe because of low disk storage. I did Google search that a little while ago, and that's apparently the reason why, so yeah. While I'm over here recording, I may as well show an update to my scripting process, which I'm also going to be doing for maybe a video about Inside Out. I don't want to get too hopeful, but hopefully that's something that comes out soon enough. Anyways, change that I made to the scripting process. Obviously, at the end of every CinemaSins video, regardless if it's a parody against them or for them, there's usually some sin count at the end. And I noticed with my Everything Wrong With video, it was a bit tough to... It was tougher than I thought to actually count up the sins, so one way that I decided to make it easier for me is to write stuff like sin ding. And then every time my sin is complete, and then at the bottom of every list, I just make that the approximate sin count. You also notice right here, it says subsided sin. This is kind of my own way of doing the thing other cinema sinners or anti-cinema sinners have been doing. Basically, a lot of them skip over some sins because a lot of them are, I guess, too nonsensical to really, or too dumb to focus on. So I even said in this video, this is basically what the subsided sins are going to be about, because there's going to be sins where somebody is just like, okay, you said it so casually, how is this a problem with the movie? So this is my response to that. They're still going to count as sins because they have a response to go along with them, but I guess I really am starting to look similar to other anti-cinema sinners. I love the way that sounds, cinema sinners. I think this is also going to be the first video on my channel. I don't want to set it directly to stone yet, but I think this may be the first channel on the Cursive M that truly sticks with the Frutiger Arrow aesthetic. I even have an idea on how I could change the end card now that I have my fonts figured out, for the most part. And kind of the fact that the Cursive M logo is trying to follow in the footsteps of Frutiger Arrow. I guess I'll just pronounce it as Frutigo Arrow. Let's just stick with Arrow. I don't care anymore. But yeah. I don't get this sin up. Wait, what? I don't get this sin up. I can barely hear it. I kind of realized, I didn't really realize this. It's been something that's on my head for a while, but I feel like if anybody needs me for an Over the Hedge comic dub, because remember, Over the Hedge was based on a comic, loosely based on a comic. If anybody needs me for an Over the Hedge comic dub, I think I can do a pretty good Vern. This is just the personal belief. I mean, if they want a Vern that sounds like how he is in the movie, I think I can do something like that. Something like, I don't know. What I do know is this. We will be fine as long as no one goes over Steve again. Or it's something like, I'm a reptile actually, but you know, it's a common mistake. And you are. Stuff like that, you know. No, really no other purpose to this recording. I just felt like mentioning it. Try it right here. Alright, right now I'm just about finished with tidying up this room. Because there's a shot that was called for in the script where I scream into a pillow, and one decision that I wanted to make was to wear this all black. I know I'm so edgy. That was I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, this whole thing is a decision of mine, mainly out of sticking true to my anonymity, because I'm not really somebody that's a big fan of showing themselves online in the sense of big face reveal. I'm sorry for the long pause. I was actually kind of thinking about it for a second. But yeah, this is what the shot calls for, I guess. And I'm just about done. My main focus over here is just tidying up this bookshelf specifically. I should really throw or give out a lot of this stuff because this is all just useless plastic. I mean, this thing here, this came from an old cut the rope physical game you could order. I think it was by Mattel Toys or something like that. I wish I was able to get everything back together, because whoops, hard to do stuff when you have one hand. Yeah, I kind of miss cut the rope actually. Yeah, after I clear everything off of this table, I'm not clear everything off this table. I gotta remember to start using word cards or whatever it's called. Yeah, as soon as I get all this stuff cleared off and readjusted, then I'm gonna shoot the shot. And I guess I should really start. Let me try this angle. I don't think this angle is too bad. I mean, if I try to balance it out with the stuff on the table and that, then yeah, I should be good to go. I'm just about to get into the clothing in a bit, but looking at this bookshelf now, especially the top, it feels almost symbolic to something. I think that's a good sign, isn't it? If I start looking at a decluttered bookshelf and I think, oh, you know what? This is pretty symbolic. I think that's a good sign that my well-being is starting to go somewhere good. Not saying I had a bad well-being, but I was gonna say, you know how boys get these days. They get behind the scenes and behind their ego, there's a little part of them that says, I'm not doing okay. Just figured to stop for a moment and appreciate this. Yeah. Okay, I'm done with the shot. The way I did it was I propped it up against this chair with this minion bookcase that I never really used. I think I went at like school bingo, and I propped it up against this, which is, to me, the best way to prop up my cameras. It used to come from an old Minecraft stop motion set, but yeah. Anyways, as for this outfit, I officially dubbed this, until further notice, not further notice, I officially dubbed this my anonymity 1.0 outfit. This is going to bite me in the ass later when I'm remembering fond memories of doing this. I don't know. Maybe if I don't know. I don't need to think about it right now. I'm just glad to get the shot done. Progress report. I completed the actual video, and now I am working on the bridging stuff in between Jeremy's sins and my own sins. It's been an interesting experience so far. Not me trying to make it a bigger deal than what it is, because this is not monotonous, but pretty tedious, tiring. Let's just go with tiring. Right now, I'm currently in the process of gathering and adjusting everything together so I can get the outro done and so I can finally export this thing. Right now, it is one day before I release my video into the wild. And hopefully things go pretty swimmingly, so yeah.